Namaste, everyone. This is going to be an oracle card reading. I'm going to focus on how we can better express love during this full moon Virgo we have in March. So I'm going to call upon the spirit guides, the ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Seraphim, Archangel Shamuel, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, focusing on how we can better express love during this full moon in Virgo in March 2020. How can we better express our love? How can we better express our love in the full moon Virgo in March 2020? How can we better express our love to each other, to ourselves, to create a experience, an opportunity of excellence, of joy, of fulfillment, and of reaching and realizing our dreams? Okay, so one card. So how can we better express our love for greater opportunities to be realized? Greater opportunities of spiritual growth, abundance, and emotional peace. How can we better express our love? So we have, act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So for those of us who are single, or for those of us who are in a partnership, right? We are being called to really get enthusiastic, like get excited, right? If you're single, get very enthusiastic, very excited about meeting new people, not just, a person. Like, it's being enthusiastic and excited about discovering, right? This is really what it's about, discovering. If you're in a partnership, it's really getting enthusiastic and excited about discovering your partner, right? Continue to discover. Wow, it's continue. We have the number 10 with 37, the number 10. The number 10 represents a completion. So a lot of us, we've completed a major stage in our life, right? And I feel this completion can very much be about, we've done a lot of visualization, a lot of meditation. We've done a lot of soul searching for a lot of us. And we've had a lot of discoveries on what is good for us and what is not good for us. What is a childhood karmic pattern, and what is a pattern that's based off of a partnership that's functioning from your north node rather than your childhood wounds and your parental karma that is affecting you, right? We've had a lot of discovery, we've done a lot of soul searching, and we're really coming to completion where we're coming into our dharma, right? We're coming into our good karma. We're beginning to reap our artistry, our creativity. We're beginning to reap our higher intelligence, right? We're really coming to the fullness of our expression. And in that completion, it's really drawing in this partner that's going to give us this greater discovery of our dharma and help us to get this deeper healing of the karma, which is our childhood wounds, the parental karma that is affecting us, and the low self-esteem that is about our karma, right? Our low self-esteem, our low self-worth, that is kind of our karma that is given to us by society, really. So we have spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this life. So a lot of you are going to be joining with a particular partner that really, I'm hearing really, like you have a intellectual, like a deep, it's like meeting of the minds, because I just feel like their minds are meeting. You're both on the same page too with the family life you want, because I see the family. You're both on the same page of what kind of family you want, that you and this individual are both on the same page about wanting a family life that is taken care of, that's well treated, that's nurtured, right? And I feel like this person, this male, if you're the woman and this is a male, I feel like he puts you on a pedestal and he reveres you, and he really looks high of you. He looks high of you, right? He really is like in awe of you. Like he looks up at you like you are the voice of reason, like you are his everything. And I feel like with the pink, I feel like the woman, the feminine energy is stepping into her love frequency. She's really coming into her love frequency. She's really like opening up her heart and opening up her mind and her life to including this person in her life. The spiritual connection can also mean you guys have already been sensing each other before you even met. Meaning both of you have been acting as if your partner is here. Meaning your partner, he or she, has been literally acting as if you're already in their life. Like they've been preparing for you and like creating like an altar for you. Like, my partner, this is them, like an altar for love for you, like holding a space in their house for you. And the other person has done the same. They've created an altar of like love. Like, this is the frequency of love that I'm going to offer to my partner when they, when I am ready to meet them and they're ready to meet me. Right? So the spiritual connection is you guys have been connecting spiritually in dreams and meditation and just in your early hours or late hours, or just this person is available to you. That's the one thing, they're available to you. And they actually are excited like you to have this dance of love. They're actually open-hearted. They've really cleared away, because we see this water, they've really cleared away their own limiting beliefs or their own sort of fears or their own karma. They've really cleared away the karma of the past lives, and they're really wanting to experience the artistry of the woman and having the magic. Like, he accepts the woman for who she is. He lets her be who she wants to be. Right? He embraces her north node as he embraces his north node. And this particular man, he wants to learn. He wants to discover. He's not stubborn, set in his ways, blocked off and agitated and angry by his own like karma that is going nowhere. Like, he wants to learn, he wants to discover. And then treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So this is like, this person holds you in their palms like this. Like, you're my little precious, like sacred energy that is like so dear. Like, it's holding it very tenderly. So this man is very gentle, is very tender, is a good listener. And you see the earth is like a drop, right? A drop of water. He sees you as a mother, right? If you're a woman, right? Or that there's a child, right? The inner child. It could also be that there's a family life. There's a very positive family life. And we look at these flowers, these plants, and it gives you this holistic balance, this holistic peace. Like, this relationship is very holistic, meaning it's very whole. Not only does it give you emotional connection, it gives you mental connection, spiritual connection, physical connection, sexual, creative connection. It's holistic. It gives you the whole thing. So I feel that treasure your loved ones. I feel like this is also about treasuring your parents, right? Your friends, your groups. Like, this person is really going to bring this great gratitude in you, and you're going to share that gratitude with everybody, not just your partner. There's a sense of like great listening and care and alone time and just being present with each other that both makes you feel quite fulfilled, right? Because you can connect not only physically, but you're connecting actually spiritually. This person can be of past lives. You've met them before. You've met them in the spiritual realm. You've met them as a child. Your inner child feels very safe with them. This person is very patient with you, because we see this mother and the child. This person is patient. This person it gives you this sense of like dance, like you're in a dance of life. Like, this person wants to join you, wants to be creative with you. And this person has a very, I would say, very healing approach at love, right? Very, very gentle hands, very, very tender hands. Also, this man also has a very open mind. Like, he's very intelligent. He could also be well traveled. In this woman, I feel like this woman, she is she has a sense of like exotic quality. Like, she's focused on something unique for herself. This pink is saying that she really is a loving person, like lovely to be around. She's just lovely to be around. She could even be a dancer, or she could be somebody with dances with life, like who's really into her kind of, you know, being magic and pursuing a life well lived, right? Where you are really learning about culture and learning about people, and learning about how to become a better person, right? And a better person is like really going within and finding her fullness of expression. So I'm going to pull some cards from the soulmate and just see what our can say our counter we'll see what our counterpart, right, this spiritual connection would like to communicate to us. I just feel like this expression of love is guiding us to a spiritual connection that's going to be platonic, it's going to be kindred, and it could be very romantic. And it's based on family. Either that you have kids with this person, either you're just friends and it feels like family. But this is a family, like many of you are destined to have a family with this person. And many of you guys have been waiting for this person. And this person has been waiting for you. Like, you have been very much taking care of yourself, and you have been very much being patient with yourself during this process as everything kind of gets ready and prepared. You've been patient with this person, and they've been patient with you. And I feel like you have this spiritual connection feels new. It doesn't feel old. It feels brand new. Like, it could be somebody very, very new. Very, very new. This is not about the past. It's not about the past karma and the past repeating cycles and somebody of the past, or somebody that looks like the past, or a new person that's just like the past. It's literally a totally new person that is going to shake you up, and it's going to really give you this, like, open up your mind. Like, my mind is just cracked open. So it's nothing about a past karma or a past relationship, the repeating of the past, and keep doing the past thing all day long until you get fed up, right? Tired, right? So every loving thought is a seed of love. Sometimes the seed sprouts instantly, and other times it lies dormant for a while. The timing really doesn't matter. Love always grows into greater love. So the counterpart is saying that the love you feel is real, and the love that they may feel has maybe lied dormant. For some of you guys, their love was dormant, meaning they've slept on love, like they just kind of didn't give any attention to it. But the seed of love is there, and it grows. And so for some of you may have felt like a delay in love, like it's just like you could feel the spiritual connection, but it was like delayed, or it just was taking its sweet time, or a lot of things needed to be healed. And there could have been like a dormancy of love. Like maybe you felt dormant in love, like you felt like you were just dormant. But they're saying you're coming to life. There's a timing where you're really going to come alive in love, and it's just a matter of time. Love always grows into greater love. So somebody's love is going to grow into greater love with you, right? The love they have for themselves or their life, it's just going to become very great. It's going to be greatness for them. You are entering a period of positive change, deep and profound transformations that occur at the deepest level of your being. You emerge with a renewed passion for life, full of romance and creativity. Like I said, excitement. How you can fully express love is being excited, be enthusiastic, right? Surround yourself with romance and creativity. That could be friends, social gatherings, just events, doing things that really transform you, because the counterpart is saying that they're being transformed. They're becoming more romantic and more creative and hopeful about love. They're really opening up to love, and maybe they have been dormant, or maybe they have felt depressed or felt sad about love. But they're moving beyond that, because the seed of love, they've planted a seed. Your soul connection that they've been feeling spiritually is planted a seed of love, a seed of hope, a seed of faith, a seed of, having a true connection is possible. We are eternally blessed by profound love, by a sacred union with a great source of light, whose love moves the earth and stars. So I feel like this is saying light, like there's a lot of light to this connection. There's a lot of peace to this connection. And it's saying that you are utterly blessed with this person. Like there's so much good luck, good karma, good fortune that comes with this relationship. Like, it's not like you're just with some person and you're just poor and they're poor and you're just complaining about the poor and you're upset and you're just angry and you're just dealing with your childhood traumas and just kind of inflicting that onto each other and just swinging that back and forth. I feel like a lot of you, this partnership is very calming, very soothing, and I feel like it's a partnership based on two individuals that are working on their North Node, that are coming into their Dharma, and that are like, they accept each other and they embrace each other for the fullness of their expression. Like, they're not afraid of each other. They're not looking at each other like, I'm afraid of you. Like, I'm afraid of your expression. Like, you intimidate me. I'm afraid of you. You know, a lot of people who are afraid of love is because they're really afraid to be themselves, because they're afraid they're going to be shamed, hated, judged, belittled, whatever it is. But this person really feels like they are very welcoming of change. I feel like they're very welcoming of transformation. They're not sitting there like looking at you and triggered and kind of insecure and just, you know, kind of the feeling of being stringed along or doormat. It's none of that, right? This person is actually, when I see spiritual connection, they actually are having a spiritual connection with themselves. So this is not a man or a woman who's just sitting there getting by, just ignoring their feelings and just kind of keeping it comfortable and not challenging their beliefs. This is a man who I feel intellectual, like the Virgo full moon, like somebody who actually wants to evolve and is happy to actually be challenged. Like, they're not like looking at you like, you challenged me and I'm upset, right? They know that they actually appreciate the challenges that you give him. He appreciates that the challenge he has to court you, you know, if he's a man, and he enjoys the challenge that is getting to know you and sharing with you and having to be patient with you and be attentive and create a space where you can, you know, hang out together. He actually likes the challenge of including somebody in his life. He's not like, you know, he wants a relationship, but then he just wants to keep all his habits and his routine and never change anything and just keep that person like a doormat or something. Just, they come when they come. This person will include you in their life because they actually are mature. Like, they could be older. The reason that you attract this person is because you are in your power. Look at this. You are in your beauty. You're in your grace. You're not just sitting around. You're actually getting out there and opening your heart and opening up your life and really believing and focusing on your vision, right? Treasuring yourself, right? Seeing yourself as a great treasure, a great gem, a great pearl. So a lot of you meeting this person, your self-worth, you're working on your self-worth, your self-esteem. This person makes you feel very confident, makes you feel very elegant. This person treats you old school, like you're a classic. You're a classic. So I'm getting some messages, just some other messages, how we can better express love. How we can better express love. So we have dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So this is about, again, dietary change, but this is also about healthy, you know, focusing on the health. This could be about food. This could be about drinking more water. It also could be about eating, inviting in, I'm seeing tea, so tea, inviting in tea. Maybe you have tea with this person or this person has tea with you. They take you to a Japanese tea house, I'm hearing, because they like tea. They love tea, and they'll buy you a whole thing of tea for some of you guys. And also they love to have tea and sit down and talk while you're drinking tea. This person loves tea, like Japanese style. This person could be well-traveled and educated in culture, like Japanese tea, like Indian tea, like, you know, you could say Turkish tea, very, very educated in subjects that are seeming unique or like special, very, very special. And then ask for what you want, let the universe and other people know what you need. So this person will like ask you, what do you want? I will give it to you. And he or she is actually somebody who is very giving. Like, we see this green, this is a generous person. This is not like ask for what you want and then they never give, you know, they're not a man or woman of their word. This is a person who's of their word. And I feel like they even may have a child. They could even have a child, right, already from a previous relationship. And this child is very special to them. This child could even be a boy, could even be this age, like 4 or 5, could even be 6 or younger. And the child is like a very, special child, loves nature. But also this could represent that you make them feel childlike, and that you make them feel like wishing on a star, wishing, right, that you make them feel grounded. Also, they're saying this person is grounded. This person is not restless, running around just chasing whatever for whatever. This person is very grounded, and this person has wealth, or has a family of wealth. And then autumn. So in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So for some of you in autumn, there's going to be major abundance coming in, and this person could be helping you with abundance, or you're helping them with abundance, or you're both together working on abundance. But in the autumn of 2020, there's something about something major coming through, like major abundance, like a windfall of abundance coming in, because you have been setting up this year together. You could even be meeting in the, you could say, the springtime, April, May, June. We have wish granted that came out. So April, May, June, some wishes granted. What you've asked for is coming true. And then in the autumn, that's when you and this individual or something comes in that is actually very prolific and very lucrative. It's like the work is paying off, right? Some work ethic is paying off. So I'll pull one last card. But this is, again, this is not going to apply for everyone, but this is also how you can better express yourself just with your own life, so you can prepare, because not everybody is ready for this. Not everybody's ready for spiritual connection. Not everybody is prepared. A lot of us, we still have to do a lot of karma healing, and that has to do with the childhood. That's to do with the parental karma influence. And we have to really overcome this low self-esteem, this low self-worth that has us like we're doormats, right? We're doormats to men or women, or we're just, attached to people who are not ready whatsoever for love. Their ego is just restless because they don't have what they need, and they're moping around, right? Or we're not, ready for love in the way we have to get certain things established within ourselves to create a space for this person. Or it's just really about coming into your wholeness, like really coming into your north node. Really come into your north node. That is, and a lot of us are not ready for that, right? A lot of us we need to have some experiences to really come into our north node, right? To really activate. And it's all fulfilling, and it can be sad and depressing and anxious, but really it's all about our divine order, right? Coming into the divine order of our life, right? Because really it's our self-worth and our self-esteem that we really have to grow. We have to grow beyond that, because a lot of us, we really settle on relationships that really drain us and take away from us, and create a lot of even dysfunction and patterns in us, habits that are not actually going to bring us towards the fullness of our expression, that hold us back from our north node, our North Star. So I'm pulling one last card. So we have the debt paid off. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. So again, there's a major sort of lighting of the load that's happening of the spring and the summer. There's some sort of lightening happening. This connection makes you feel light. This is not heavy, all their issues dumping on you and then you just kind of putting up with it. This is like this person, the weight is lifting, like they help you. They may even help you with finance, like they're educated in finance or something like that. Or they have knowledge, because we have this green, so they may have knowledge on, they're educated on like wealth or some sort of security or some sort of stability of the financial reality. But the habit of debt, like the habit of whatever habit that's holding you back, that's keeping you bound or trapped, you're breaking that down. You're like, hell to the no, I'm not doing these habits anymore of filling my life with this debt society stuff so that I can keep up with the Jones or make myself feel good by buying all this stuff that I don't need, right? I'm getting smarter, right? So this person is smart and you're getting smarter, right? You're getting smarter. You're not just buying into the American dream that is just going to give you and all this debt that is just going to just keep you heavy and kind of stuck in something that you really don't need to be stuck into. And then express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. So this is saying express your individuality. That's how this person's going to find you, and that's how you're going to find them, because they're in their individuality. They're not a Tom, Dick, and Harry. They're not a Jane Blaine that just keeps doing the same thing all day and just for approval and kind of, looking weird, because they're just, doing whatever for whatever. I feel like they're an individual, you're an individual, so express your individuality. That's going to be your success. That's what's going to give you this abundance in the autumn, is your individuality. You're so unique, you're so genuine, right? You're so expressive, you're so like funky, and your fashion is so funky and soulful and jazzy. So express your individuality. That's how you're going to really come into the fullness of love. Continue to express your individuality, whatever it is that you do that makes you feel like you are completely you, like totally you, your inner child, like totally in your inner child, totally in that 9 to 5-year-old self that is totally free of the parental karma. So a lot of the karma people are working with is their childhood karma, like people living with their parents until they're 35. Like that's a no, right? Because a lot of the karma, it doesn't really, you have to break free of the karma. So a lot of times it's like you have to leave your family house, like if and people don't do that, and they think the karma will just go away and they'll just raise their self-worth and their self-esteem while just maintaining in their grandma's house, right? A lot of it with the karma is with the parents. It is with the whole upbringing, the whole childhood, and that can be positive, can be negative. But really breaking free of karma, becoming an individual, is really about you taking the biggest risk of your life, which is stepping away from your parent childhood karma that was given to you by society, that most likely is of a low self-worth or low self-esteem, or it could be a very high self-worth, it could be high self-esteem. But regardless, to find our unique edge, our creative edge, we do have to adventure. We do have to dance with life beyond the childhood, beyond the parents, beyond whatever. Some people are still living in the childhood anger and they're like 55, right? We have to move beyond that. We have to follow the spiritual connection with ourselves. We have to go into our North Node, and we're not going to find the North Node in the childhood, in the parental influence or whatever that is, right? We have to be able to have this courage. It's a part of growth. We have to get this courage. That's what's going to help us spiritually grow, right? And until then, we're just going to be kind of hanging around in these, probably low self-worth, low self-esteem, until we can really, really get that courage, that life force to really hold our ground in a new way, in a new position, right? That is not about the position of the parents of the childhood, really to let go and move on from the childhood, regardless if it was beautiful or if it was rough. Right? So that we can really come into our individuality, which is about you being grateful for your parents, appreciative for your childhood, but you really connecting with the North Star, the North Node, and really connecting with you as a sovereign thought, you as a creative being, and how you are a part of your family, a part of your lineage, a part of your ancestors, a part of society, but you also are part of the universe, and you're a part of your Sachic record, and you're part of other planets too. And on these other planets, there is original ideas and creativity that is completely foreign to Earth, that is waiting for you to level up into your Sachic record, your Akasha, right? To level up into your Akasha, which is your North Node. It's your spirit. It's your, I'm not just the Earth. I also travel the cosmos. I'm not just the beliefs of my parents and the beliefs of my society or culture or religion. I have beliefs that are from other planets. I'm a universal being. I'm not just this, karma of whatever is given to me from society. I can create my own karma. I can create my own sense of dharma. That's just through my own dignity and through my own efforts as a human being. And that's what a lot of you are doing. Act as if your partner is here. A lot of you are doing, you're acting as you would if you were this, Pleiadian, or if you were this Lumerian, or if you were this being who was not wrapped up in all of the beliefs that are stifling and very, very binding here on Earth. You're really becoming, you're getting your discernment, you're getting your boundaries, and you're really starting to look at things from a sovereign mind. Like, you're not just drinking from the Kool-Aid because everybody's doing it. You're starting to look a little bit deeper and understand that there are spiritual connections, and there are individuals who really are aligned with your Dharma, your North Node. There are individuals who are very much in service of that, who are wanting and desiring and working on the expansion of their life, who are not afraid, We're not afraid of expansion, not afraid to leave their family house. They're not afraid to travel into the unknown. They're not afraid to leave their planet and travel through the solar system, the galaxy, to another place where they can learn and grow. Right? They're not afraid of their shadows. They're not afraid of their darkness, right? And this is the type of person we're becoming. The person that's not afraid of the shadows, not afraid of the darkness, not afraid of themselves, that listens to themselves, that is attentive to themselves, and that has that takes action based on their reinvention, right? We want to reinvent ourselves. We want to renovate our childhood memory, our childhood house, our family beliefs, family religion, family whatever, patterns, habits, behaviors. We want to renovate it and take out all of the walls that block the flow of energy and put in the walls that bring in a deeper flow of energy. So you have a house. It's called your childhood house. That's in your aura. And if there are walls, if there are, whatever areas of the house that are blocking the flow of chi, you deconstruct it, you renovate, you get a bulldozer, you tear down the walls, and then you rebuild, so that your childhood house is more of a circulation of chi, a circulation of energy that's more up to date. It's more a part of you and your sovereign journey, your akasha, right? Your akasha, which is not about your family, your ancestors, your lineage. It's about you as a soul in other places in the universe, other dimensions, other planets that come with you as a sovereign soul entering into the childhood house. And I feel when we do that, the karma, we're basically renovating the childhood house, is really clearing the karma and all the bad karma, the whatever curse karma, or whatever poverty karma, or whatever that is. We're deconstructing it. We're taking out that whole stagnant area in the house of our childhood, and we're taking it out and we're putting in something else that's going to get a circulation, that's going to remove the stagnancy and put in a circulation, so that there can be more vitality in the childhood house, right? So that we can, as a human being, as an adult, can actually have more vitality in our karma, more vitality in our dharma. So I'm just going to share this with you guys, and Satnam.